Hey Taurus, hello, welcome to my channel and to your April monthly reading. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button and leave a comment after you have heard my reading. Here we have a card, that's the card that came out for the month of April when I was doing your yearly reading, which I will link it here up so you can have a look at it if you haven't or you have forgotten, because I think it's important to be aware of the big picture of the readings and the details for every month, because I'm trying to make like a sort of continuation. Here we have the Three of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card. I love the Three of Pentacles because the Three of Pentacles, it's a productivity. Productivity in small scale, not being overwhelmed, not engaged with hundreds of people, are small collaborations in smaller groups, are good exchange with people around you, near to you, but it has a flair of productivity because it's pentacles, it's money, it's value. But in your case, it's, you know, you rule whatever it's value related. So it might not be maybe money, but it's something that is valuable and it has a foundation and it makes you happy because it gives you a sort of security. And in your yearly reading, it was all about reaching out and collaborating with other people or creating a small union, you know, or cherishing that union that you have, that collaboration that you have. But now here I'm drawn to the plan that they have here. So maybe it's even like a month when you are planning for the future, you know? When you start working now on something that you want to grow or to reach the final results later on. But I don't know, let's see what else will happen. I mean, what else we will get. And I mean, Venus has been in your sign. You're a ruling planet. I hope you felt some of that good energy from Venus, in the sense that you felt a little bit pleasant in your own skin. Because now in the beginning of April, Venus is moving to Gemini, sign of duality, and maybe you will be forced a little bit to open up, you know, to, here we go, to open up to dualities, to possibilities, because sometimes Venus, it can be very, very, how to say, I mean, it's, Venus is the feminine. She is never really one, like alone. She is expanded. But sometimes Taurus can be very, very dry and very concentrated and very thinking from a very centered position, but not able to include other people in the picture, you know. And when Venus moves to Aries, to Gemini, and Gemini is the sign that rules duality, it's like suddenly it's like a total opening of, you are forced to open up, not in a bad sense, like in a very, very good sense, actually. But I mean, here we have the Empress, which is beautiful because the Empress actually It's Venus, represents Venus. We have here the sign of Venus, and it's a beautiful feminine energy. You know, very beautiful feminine energy. But here we have the Hermit, which is representing Virgo actually, but it's like a masculine energy, the Hermit. And we have the Five of Swords, which is interesting because the Five of Swords, it's an egoistic card where you want to play the game only for yourself, and that's a little bit here, I think, the trick, and that's a little bit the Hermit lightening you, like sort of enlightening you. And even the Empress, because the Empress is actually as well the sign representing fertility and somebody who is actually pregnant. And it's all about that. First of all, she's the 3, you know, and here we have 3, and okay, I understand. It's because the Empress, the Venus, the pregnancy, it's opening up to not only to duality, but to the trinal, in a sense. It's not anymore just about you and another person, it's you about another person and something else. But it's this, I think it's like, I'm drawn to think about this pregnancy. About the possibility of carrying something within you that is not you, you know, that is of other people, and this possibility of opening up. And you know, the Hermit, it's almost like the Hermit is the teacher. The Hermit is Saturn, and Saturn is moving now to Aquarius, and it's being very airy right now. We're entering in a new decade, but like the Hermit, it's almost right now, it's almost like it's lightening you. And this Five of Swords energy, and he's sad sort of with what's going on with you and with your environment, because this person here, he is carrying on a game that he already has mastered. So he is losing time, basically. This person is losing time, is hurting other people because his friends are not working. They are playing with him. I mean, they are not anymore playing with him because actually he's too good for this game. He has become too good for this game that he's playing. The thing is that he's losing time by standing there, you know, by standing there alone. And actually it's pretty interesting because here we have as well 3 persons. And here up we have 3 persons. And then is the Empress, who is actually pregnant, who has a 3rd person in her body. And the Hermit, it's almost like it's telling you it's time to leave. It's time to move on. It's time to grow up, to grow further from this situation, because you have to be in the same position other people, and you have to be on the same position in order to grow. You cannot grow in a situation that actually you always win, that you know the results, what's happening, what's coming. And actually the Venus in Gemini, it's very beautiful because Gemini, it's duality, but it's like the twins, where they are equal, where other people around you are equal. You wanna work, you wanna collaborate, you wanna be in this connections with people that are at least as good as you, at least as good as you, if not better than you, in order for you to grow, in order for you to get wise, to be wise. And if it is necessary, you better be alone than with people that are not at your level. Or, you know, I don't want to blame the other people, because this card is not about the other people. This card is about this person here. But like, it's his responsibility to take actions and charge for his life, for his game. Because at the end of the day, he has just these swords. But he has no people. Or maybe, you know, these people are going to play with you again, but it's like, you're not seeing here the real issue, which are here the clouds. It's almost like you're losing time doing something that you already know, that you already have been doing for quite a while. But you just feel good by doing it over again, because you know you can win. And now the Hermit has been appearing in your readings, and you know that if you have been following my readings. And the Hermit, it's like, son, daughter, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? It's time to move on. It's time to grow. And the Hermit is that person that actually retreats, and he comes back to give us knowledge. So what is that knowledge? I mean, I don't know, I'm here as well to give some knowledge, but it's time to grow. And the Empress represents growth too, represents fertility in the sense of, you know, expecting and pregnancy and growing, you know, that's the only possibility here. And with the Three of Pentacles and with this plan, there is a plan, there is a future. There is a future. What is your plan? What is your blueprint? What is your growth? What is the growth possibility here? And it's a good time now. Right now it's a very good time, because with all these restrictions and with the possibility to be where everything is getting slow, and you like slowness, because for you, when things are not moving fast, it's easier to understand how the situation is. It's the right moment to actually, you know, leave this Five of Swords behind and trust that the time has come for you to grow. The time has come for you to mature. The time has come for you to bear new products, children, or whatever you want, or whatever it's in your life. But it's all related to this three. Because, you know, and I mean, three, it's a spiritual number too. It's a divine number. Not to forget that there is always the spiritual path and the spiritual work to be done here. Yeah, so I want to see something more. Let's see. Incredible. You will know why. First of all, I think what's standing in your path and what's hindering you from doing the changes that you need to do and from moving on, and, you know, of, I don't know, following your plan. There's something about moving outside of yourself here. Totally. Moving outside of yourself, of your ego, of your beliefs, or what you have been doing until now. The game that you have been playing until now, it's over. Ta-da. But there is something standing on your path that it's not helping you to do that, to change your game, to change your position, to open up, or to grow, to mature, to produce, like even production here. And that's pride. Like the Nine of Cups, it's, for me now, in my understanding, the Nine of Cups has become the prince. And the Nine of Pentacles, it's the princess. You know, this person here is so proud of what he has achieved and what he has, and about me, that he is not able to get out of this position. I mean, this is a very satisfactory position. This means that you have something, that you have resources, that you have achieved something, that you have values. But this cannot be, this is, when we start getting satisfactions from what we have, and those satisfactions and the things that we have so far do not help us to grow, to go further, because we feel like, oh my God, look at me, I have so much, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, I have all these cups, this is all I have achieved, this is all on me. It's like, yes, but you can't grow like this. And remember that there is always this blue curtain here, and there is something behind there. And of course you have won all these cups, and you have had these achievements, and you are good, you are doing good, and you are on your own. This is a card of, like, the prince, the bachelor. You are on your own, but what's there? There is always something to work on. There is always something to get better at. So pride and arrogance can stand in your on your path, on your way to growth, because this means I'm good enough. Why do I have to move on now? Why do I have to do something else? You know, why? I'm good. I have all this. I have money. I have achieved something. People recognize me. Because we always have to keep on growing. Because there's always something more. Because thinking that you know it all, it's the opposite of knowing it all. So this might be standing in your, like, an obstacle that doesn't help you. The other thing is the Seven of Cups. And it's interesting because we're getting here the cups, you know? And the Seven of Cups, it's as well a little bit a confusion, you know? A confusion of not being able to see what's behind this. It's like your question is, yes, but what's behind this? You know? Okay, and we have both here. There is something hidden. There is something hidden here that you cannot know now. And you are only seeing the possibilities, and you are like, yes, but like, what if I achieve this? And what if I do that? And what if I do this collaboration? And what if I start this new building? And what if I write that book? And what if, what? And then what? So it's that sort of insecurity. What's there more? Why should I do it all, in a way? Why? And the thing is, you don't know. You cannot know. You don't know. You are not supposed to know now. And that's the wheel of fortune here. You don't know where it's going, where you are going. You never know. So right now you might be confused because you think like, okay, I want to leave this situation, I want to grow, but why? Why should I do it? What is it for? It's more like a philosophical question, actually. And the Wheel of Fortune is like, you don't know. You cannot know. Nobody knows. So to ask these questions, it doesn't make sense because it doesn't help you grow. It doesn't help you move on, take another path, grow. So you have to leave that. And it's interesting because you have the Wheel of Fortune here, and the next card for next month in the yearly reading, it's the Wheel of Fortune in May. So you might not know now, and you have to act in faith. And at the center of this reading, you have the Hermit with that light. And the Hermit, it's somebody that actually gives you the light. It's telling you, it's giving you like, it's poking you. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't know where it's going, but you know that there is light. So whatever it is that it makes light, that it expands, that it gives you possibility, you have to follow that. Because right now you don't know, you can't know. I mean, you never know with expansion. You just know that it's expansion, it's more possibilities, it's more sharing, it's more other people. So don't let this pride and proudness of what you have so far and what you achieved so far, don't let it keep you where you are. And don't let those big questions, what is it all for? Why should I do this? I don't see. Where am I going? How can I go? Yes, the thing is, we never know where we're going. We can't see it. But you can imagine it. That's the plan. You know, like how do we build? We make a plan and then we build on that. That's how we see. If you need to, then make a plan for something that you want. And it's beautiful because the Wheel of Fortune, it's like that moment when you start doing your own destiny. And I love this card because for me, this card is like, it's time to make your own destiny. It's time to make your own plan. You're not seeing it because you can create it. That's the point. You can create it. So take a moment in this month and start creating something that you want to be, that you want to see for yourself at some point. And this is as well, for me, like these characters, because this is the Wheel of Fortune turning. This is our karmic repetition. This is life and death. Life and death, life and death, life and death. And what is in between. And what is happening to us if we don't have the knowledge to get out of this circle. Like this here, like this in characters here. They are taking a break out of the Wheel of Fortune and they all have a book in their hands. So there is like the possibility to grow, to build, to understand even yourself. It's in knowledge, it's in books. And it's a good time now to read, to take time out of those books. And the Hermit is as well somebody who goes inside and it's like learning something. So you need to learn something in order to grow, but something about yourself, about your nature. And if you want, I made this playlist you'll find on my channel about the self-realization teachings, because it's important to understand what we are made of. Not only as humans, but as souls. And I have again a prayer for each of you that I take from the Whispers from Eternity, this beautiful book of prayers from Paramhansa Yogananda. And the book is edited by his disciple Swami Kriyananda. And I think this prayer, affirmation, it fits well to the times right now. So it's 100 The prayer number 188, driving the rebel king ignorance. Almighty mystic judge of life, I ask thee in my hall of soul-stillness, what is sin? Thy whispers of silence, dim at first, grew into bright articulation of thoughts. I heard and understood thy meaning. Sin is a rebel king. His name is ignorance. Ignorance is the perpetrator of all evil, the main root of the tree of ill health, the primal cause of all error and soul-blindness. King Ignorance and his army of bacteria, physical disease, mental desires, dullness, and false ambitions, spiritual indifference of high truths, have been devastating the nourishing harvest fields of spirituality. That harvest of countless fulfillments was ripe for reaping when the harsh tread of error trampled it to the ground. I wanted to weep with despair when I heard thy voice whispering to me in my soul. The sun of my protection shines on thee always, equally on the sunny days and on the coal black nocturnal hours. Thou should always have faith in me and smile, for the greatest of all sins against me is not to be happy. Let the ripples of unceasing smiles play over thy face. Through their transparency, my light will come to thine assistance. By smiling with determined happiness, thou wilt always please me. How beautiful. Okay, dears, this was for me for this month. It's a huge reading, but it's a beautiful reading. It's a lot of things going on. So see you next month, and please like, subscribe, donate if you feel like, so I can keep these readings for free. And see you next month. Bye.